Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to another video on World of Warships on my channel. I'm Octopus, and today a special video once again, in the sense that it is not me playing this match, but as you can see it is a replay provided me from Nuzzolo92, an Italian player, and this is also a ranked battle fought in the last ranked season at tier 10 in the arms race mode. And by the way, Wargaming just announced that the next season of ranked battles is gonna be tier 7, so no carriers luckily, and finally something that is not tier 10 focused, but yeah, tier 7 is flooded with super powerful premium ships, so it remains to be seen how good or not good it is gonna be. Anyway, moving on, speaking of the match, as you can see, both teams have 2DDs, which are surprisingly all Shimakazes. Nuzzolo is the only radar ship for his team, while the enemy team has Puerto Rico as a radar ship and maybe Minotaur. Usually in ranked battles, Minotaurs are radar Minotaur, and also we have a Minotaur as well. 2 BBs, and so pretty even matchmaking. 2 BBs, 3 cruisers and 2 DDs. By the way, he's the only one apparently going towards the left flank of his team, so in this sense he's not taking the usual central position for the Moskva, like the enemy Puerto Rico is doing, for example. So he's not be able to use his radar early on, but this is not necessarily a bad idea, because if you want to play a little bit more safe and preserve your HP for the late game, this is kind of a good idea. As you can see, here apparently the enemy Yoshino is on this flank, and the Puerto Rico might even fancy about anchoring near his Shimakaze. The enemy Shimakaze gets spotted, and while both these are trying to secure this heal buff here in the central one, and this is leading Nuzzolo Shimakaze in a very tricky situation apparently, because he's risking being torped and being raided by the enemy Puerto Rico. Yeah, our Shimakaze took a torpedo indeed, and he's not able to return fire to the enemy Shimakaze, but the focus fire from the Kurfürst and Nuzzolo is very effective, and at least that should be a trade. At least the enemy allied Shimakaze goes down, but he's able to secure the kill on the other Shima. I'm not sure why Nuzzolo is radaring now, because there is nothing in radar range, but okay. Maybe he didn't pay attention that the Shimakaze torpedoed the enemy Shima, which is understandable. So now both teams lost a 1DD per side, and basically all they have to do here is try to pressure this Puerto Rico, get rid of this Puerto Rico, and then try to do something about the Yamato, because as you can see on this flank they are basically free. Moskva, Kurfürst, and this Kremlin that is playing super safe. That Kremlin should advance a little bit, provide some kind of crossfire. But yeah, this is a risky position. But knowing that the enemy Shimakaze is here, there are no real threats for this Kremlin, so he should push indeed, like this Kurfürst is doing, maybe even too much, who knows. Anyway, on the other flank, apparently their Shimakaze is just left alone against 3 ships, because this Minotaur is retreating. So if Nuzzolo team wants to do something, they absolutely have to do something on this flank, because yeah, the Shimakaze goes down on the other flank as expected. So now and we lost also a Hindenburg somehow. I completely missed that kill from the enemy team. So yeah, the Nuzzolo team is down 3 ships against 1. They might secure the kill on the Puerto Rico, which will buy them some time and some points, but they definitely need to get rid of the Yamato as well to kind of clear that flank. because this will lead only the Yoshino on that flank alone, which is not a big deal, usually at least. This Kurfürst is pushing hard, really hard, and I really appreciate this kind of move, but this can lead into I mean, she might overextend a little bit, but they secured the kill on Puerto Rico, so good job so far. So far, Nuzzolo didn't do too much in the sense that he provided some support, some long-range support, and this is what you have to do in a Moskva if you're not anchoring near an island in the early game. You don't have to overcommit, you have to play safe, and I mean, you can spam HE and AP if somebody gives you broadside, but don't abuse your tankiness. Don't think that you are immune to battleship AP or something like this, because a Moskva overextending can go down pretty easily. So what Nuzzolo is doing is providing some long-range support for his Kurfürst that is charging the Yamato, and this is exactly what the Kurfürst needs right now. She needs to trade well with the Yamato. She might even go for the ram here, I'm not sure. As you can see, we have 4 heal buffs, which are a very good sustain. I'm not sure about the number of heal buffs of the enemy team, but having 4 heal buffs is super powerful. The maximum is 6 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, these heal buffs add a juicy amount of tankiness to all the ships on Nuzzolo team. Here is showing just a little bit too much broadside, and the Yamato is lucky enough to score a citadel, but as I said, with 4 heal buffs, this damage can be repaired in the medium time, not short time, but in a couple of minutes he will be more than fine. So not a big deal getting some kind of random damage here and there, because this mode allows you to play more aggressive and to expose yourself a little bit more if you have a lot of heal buffs. Of course, if you don't get deleted and destroyed. Now he's switching to, well, there is a bug, because here it shows that he's shooting AP, but the shells are clearly HE, so I'm not sure what. I think these are HE, and honestly he could have switched to AP. Yeah, he's damaging the AA, so these are clearly HE, not AP, as the replay is showing for some reason. We lost the Minotaur in the process, but they secured the kill on this Yamato, so very good job from this Kurfürst, indeed. Absolutely gorgeous job from this Kurfürst. The Kremlin, on the other hand, is just retreating, because even if he's kind of full HP, I don't know. This Kremlin is not providing, he's not using the strength of his ship properly, in my opinion, but okay. In ranked, you will not face every time good players, so ranked is a kind of a competitive mode, but still made of random players meeting each other in randomly, so don't expect people to play super good, or I mean, like in randoms, you can find players playing very well or players playing very bad, especially at higher ranks, in the sense that the first ranks that you reach, for example, until you reach like rank 5, usually the average experience and level of the players is not that great usually, and even after, you will see something really interesting happening from time to time. So don't expect too much else from a normal random battle. So here Nuzzolo is kind of charging this Kurfürst. He has some kind of support from the Kremlin. He's still shooting HE, even if on these distances on a ship angle like this, AP should be good. Now he's shooting AP, good. And now the replay is showing he's still shooting AP for some reason. I'm not sure why there is this bug. This is a kind of a new one. He's shooting a little bit too high on this Minotaur to catch his citadel. By the way, high caliber, which is a very good result. Usually if you score high caliber and a couple of kills, you have a high chance of at least saving the star in case you are losing the battle in ranked. So he should be kind of safe now, even if the Kurfürst has scored a very good result in my opinion. We will see about this in the end. Minotaur goes down, so this Kremlin is kind of useful in the end, but he's showing way too much broadside to the enemy Kurfürst, and he's lucky that he doesn't get Citadel. And I think here we are gonna see a ram from the Kurfürst on our Kremlin. Am I right? Yeah, definitely. Well, honestly speaking, this is a trade, a better trade for our team, because this Kurfürst was kind of full HP, the Kremlin was kind of half. So if that Kurfürst wanted to stand a chance to win the match, he shouldn't have rammed the Kremlin. But okay. Now we are left with Yoshino and Shimakaze against Kurfürst and Moskva. So if they can take down the Yoshino really quickly, this might be a very good opportunity. I'm not sure why Nuzzolo decided to go like this. Maybe he wants to secure this reload buff, but honestly I would have turned like this and I have my guns pointed towards the Yoshino and murder him with AP really quickly. But this was his choice, and I don't know. Yoshino torped the Kurfürst that beached here, so all of a sudden it turns out to be a 2 versus 1. And of course, if the enemy Shimakaze doesn't potato, which is getting himself radared by Nuzzolo, this should be a struggle for him to win this match. They are leading in points, as you can see, because they secured more buffs. There he goes, the Shimakaze. So we know that he used 1 torpedo spread. He has 2 more. So, and Nuzzolo doesn't have the Hydro active right now available. So he should be careful, because there might be torpedoes coming like this. Let's see about what the Shimakaze decides to do. Shimakaze is misplaying heavily, because instead of fleeing and putting distance between him and Nuzzolo, he's trying to go for the torpedoes. Luckily the Hydro comes in handy just about in time, so he might take at best 1 torpedo, or even none. Yeah, 1 torpedo, but as I said, it is not that bad because they have 4 heal buffs, so he will recover this disadvantage. As you can see, this Shimakaze is heavily misplaying because he's mocked up in front of a Moskva while radar and inside his Hydro range, so you can tell that this Shimakaze is not particularly experienced player, but still very good kill for Nuzzolo. So he scored Confederate in the process, so very well done. He's already up to 2 million potential damage, 180k damage already, and now it's a very spicy situation because it's 1v1 Yoshino with torpedoes against Moskva with radar and better reload of the guns. So we will see. Ideally the Yoshino should just charge in and try to YOLO the Moskva and torp him to death, because this is the only chance that this Yoshino has to win against a Moskva, in my opinion. Because if the Moskva has some kind of knowledge, as Nuzzolo has, he will not be caught full broadside to him. So his only real chance is to charge nose in towards the Moskva and kind of do a drive-by and YOLO torp the Moskva. Because now he entered the cap. As you can see, the capture is blocked. So we know that most likely he is in this area. So I'm expecting this Yoshino to go like this and try to torp the Moskva, doing like this path. We will see about this Yoshino decisions. He is kind of here. He's radar, so we will see what he does, if he decides to go for it or not. And we will see about Nuzzolo decisions here, because right now ideally you want to put some distance between you and the island, but instead he's accelerating, because this Yoshino is not committing to go like here apparently. So I assume that Nuzzolo wants to just kite away from him to get to avoid being YOLO torped, which is a very wise decision. And this Yoshino is, I'm not sure what he is doing, but he's not going for this, and instead he's just parking behind that island, which is not recommended in my opinion, but okay. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, in the chat they are telling him what's torps, but yeah, in a very polite way, he's also replying that let me play. I am the guy under pressure, so I don't need people telling me what to do and what not to do. Yoshino left the cap, and Nuzzolo is hydro, so most likely the Yoshino is taking this path like here for some reason I can't really understand. And this gives a free card to Nuzzolo to just accelerate and yeah, and just go for it. Shooting AP, very good. One citadel could be better, but the RNG sometimes screws you up. As you can see, Nuzzolo is back to full HP. Yoshino is not. I assume that this Yoshino doesn't have all the heal buffs, like Nuzzolo has 4. Now he's not in, so he switches to HC. So now it is a DPM battle basically, and Moskva is heavily favored by this because Moskva is the ship that is kiting, and she has far better reload on her main guns, and she can fire. This was I think that was a citadel. She can fire all the guns while taking a relatively angled position, while Yoshino can fire only 2/3 of his guns. So in this sense, this Yoshino put himself in the most disadvantageous situation that he could think of, and this is of course in favor of Nuzzolo, that he's doing the right thing. He's just kiting away because he's in advantage. He has some point advantage. He doesn't really need to kill the Yoshino. He just have to prevent him from capping the central cap basically. So excellent decision making from Nuzzolo in this sense, because you have to recognize when you absolutely have to kill the ship, like the Yoshino had to absolutely kill Nuzzolo to try to win, but Nuzzolo on the other hand just have to prevent the Yoshino from capping. So there is nothing else that he has to do. So and he's happily taking this trade because why not? Now he's switching to AP correctly because Yoshino is giving him full broadside to try to torp, I assume. The RNG says no citadels for you, but usually, yeah, this is something that can happen. Wither on the way, and the Yoshino is almost dead. Oof, good hit from the Yoshino. I assume that were a lot of pens. These are Yoshino torpedoes, but Yoshino torpedoes are basically Shimakaze torpedoes, so their concealment is pretty garbage. So it is highly unlikely that this Yoshino will be able to score multiple hits on Nuzzolo, because he's constantly angled like this. Also, there is a convenient gap for the torpedoes, so no big issues. Yoshino is kind of struggling here, but as you can see, there is 1 minute 45 seconds on the clock, and it is highly unlikely that this Yoshino is gonna kill Nuzzolo in this short period of time, because Nuzzolo, as I said, is kiting. He has more HP, more heal buffs, more firepower to bear, and yeah, the Yoshino had his opportunity to YOLO Nuzzolo, but he didn't take it, and now he's paying the price. And now he's kind of he's chasing Nuzzolo, but he's giving full broadside, and GG. So as you can see, these are the final results: 260k damage, 6 citadels, 2 kills, and 6 bonus capture. Very good result. Confederate, Dreadnought, Wither, and High Caliber. Very good performance from Nuzzolo 92. As you can see, 3.5k basic XP, so absolutely gorgeous result. Very good. As you can see, he was in the second league, the league from rank 10 to rank 5 or rank 12, I'm not sure here. So yeah, the level was not that good, but still very good performance from him, and he showed how to take the right decisions at the right time during the battle. 2.7 million potential damage, very good result, very good result. Spotting damage also 32.2k. As you can see, he mixed it up pretty good with HE, AP, and fires. So all in all, a very good result all around. Credit-wise, very impressive credit earning for a silver ship like Moskva. He has some modifiers active, but all in all, yeah, pretty good result overall. So thank you to Neutral92 for providing me this replay once again. And thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, share it with your friends, leave a thumbs up, leave a like, leave a comment down below. Every kind of support is very much appreciated, and I will catch you next time.